In this video, I want to go over a few ways to look at marketing and just give you different perspectives to what it is.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
The first one is something we can all relate to, and that's sell, promote. Whenever we are starting out with something, there's a lot of stress on us to make money and sell, and so we're in that mode, and that's kind of like a short-sighted thing small business owners have, is they just need to make money and they're relentlessly focusing on sales. But that's really a short-sighted way. It's not a good way. The better way is think about your marketing as everything that has to do with your customers, anything that touches your customer. For example, the quality of the product or service, this customer support, the trust of your brand, the professionalism and the manner in which you approach your customer. So everything that touches the customer is part of the marketing, because guess what? Those customers will either come back or not, and they'll either tell their friends or not, and they'll either leave good reviews or not. So it's really everything that you do, and you've got to work up all the time to raise your customer experience in everything, not just the sell part of your business. So that's how small business owners experience marketing. Now there's another way to look at marketing, and that's the historical perspective, because what is a market? Well, a market begins to exist when someone with a need comes in contact with somebody with a solution. A need and a solution. When they meet, that's a market. There begins to be a trade of goods and services, and the price is obviously determined by the need. How much the person is willing to pay for the solution versus how hard is it to provide the solution, and all of that. And that's actually really great. That is fantastic, because that is predicated on helping somebody with their needs. Some trouble begins to arise when you satisfy everybody with a legitimate need and you still need to make more money and more sales. So what happens is you start needing to convince people that they need things when they don't. So you have to manufacture this feeling in people that they need things. This is something that large companies do that have a lot of pressure to grow relentlessly. So you have phenomenon like the Marlboro Man, because smoking, everybody knows it's bad now, but everybody also knows that, like, the Marlboro Man, he was the cool person, right? They didn't show that he was going to get lung cancer from smoking. They just showed that he was really cool, and they created this fake image that looked real, and people kind of actually aspire to be like that person, right? So it's all totally fake marketing. That's a clear example of it, but there's a tremendous gray area of this where, like, do you really need that car? Do you really need to go on 20 travel destinations? If you look at every big industry, typically it originates in something good in moderation, and what companies in that industry have done is they spend trillions in marketing over time to create a feeling in us, the consumers, that we really need it much more than we do. So people get this lust for things, cool cars that really, we just need to get from point A to point B, and we can take a bicycle. And, if you look at any industry, it has that phenomenon. And as consumers, of course, we have to moderate ourselves and be objective. But as marketers, we have to understand what's really going on underneath and how it affects our business. So that's the theory of marketing, looking at it theoretically and from the perspective of a small business owner.